Yeah, good afternoon everybody. It is Saturday afternoon. We did say we were going to start Saturday morning, but we've been to Wicks and got all our things. But my back was starting to play up, so I've had a little bit of a lie down. But Charlotte's been hard at work.
Hello everybody. I was going to give them a bit of an update on where we were with, because when I checked the footage the other day of the last stuff that we filmed in here, it was us boarding.
Oh, right.
So actually we haven't updated them since it's been plastered and we've been stripping the woodwork and stuff, so
okay, well
give them a bit of a...
I will stop this here and Charlotte can do a little bit of a tour.
Well,
when you're not busy. Okay, so if the last thing you saw was when it was being boarded, since then we've stripped all of the woodwork, or most of it. We just have this little bit left to do around this door, and we've had the bathroom plastered and this whole area plastered as well. So before we can paint it, we just need to do a little bit of fettling work. There's like I say, the woodwork needs a little bit more of a strip. It needs sanding down, and then there are these kind of big cracks between the architrave and the plasterboard, so I need to fill those in. And again, I think I pointed this out the other day, the cracks between the plasterboard and the brick wall need filling. So today's job, I am going to try and fill as much of these cracks as I can. Charlotte's going to be stripping some paint, and I'm also going to see if I can take the roof hatch out and just give it a clean up.
Why don't you do that tomorrow?
It's probably the best idea if we do that tomorrow, actually. So yes, that's where we're up to. We'll get cracked on.
Yeah, set the camera up somewhere, can't we, so that they can see what we're up to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Right.
So to fill these gaps, what we have is some edging strip, and I've marked on where it needs to be cut to, so I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to put some no-nails down this side, push it into place, and then we're just going to caulk over the top of it. And for you people that don't know what caulk is, neither do I. I thought caulk was something that went in bottles, and apparently it's not. It's something that decorators use.
No, decorators caulk is it's like, it's a bit like plaster polyfiller. Yeah, it's a bit like a plaster polyfiller type thing that comes in a tube. Yeah, designed for holes in plasterboarding and stuff like that. So.
So yeah, I've just shoved this piece of wood in here, put some no-nails on the back so it'll just keep it secure. Just give it 10 or 15 minutes to set. So now I'll do the other one.
Yes.
So this one was a little bit harder because there wasn't as big a gap, and also there's loads of plaster behind it, so all down here I'll just fill with caulk, and just a bit up here as well. Yeah, get it like that. And that's what we're going for. So once that's been sanded down and painted, it'll look really good.
Yeah, it won't be sanded down heavily, it'll just be a line sanded just to flatten the edge off. Turns out, I've got mad corking skills.
Don't say mad corking skills.
Right, are you going to go and get the dustpan and brush from downstairs, please?
No. What kind of hair is going up and downstairs?
Convenient, isn't it?
I've just been up and downstairs twice.
So what we're going to do is, because we were just discussing that basically setting the camera up is a bit pointless with the corking because you can't really see what we're doing. So what we'll do is we'll turn the camera off for now, we'll finish off the next bit of corking and then we'll show you where we're up to.
So, update. Shortly after we'd done the first bit, I started to be in quite a bit of pain, to be honest, so I took some more tramadol and I went back to bed, and now, apart from being absolutely baked, at least I can now move around and I'm not in pain anymore. But whilst I was pretty much hallucinating in bed, I'll show you what Charlotte's been up to. So she's filled all that gap in there, and down here I'll try and do this without falling down the stairs. I'm not very steady on my feet at the moment.
I'm too busy, I can't take it to A&E.
Up here as well. So it's just hasn't done the top. And then
It's too short.
because she's too short. And at the moment she's just filling this area down here, and then there was a hairline crack there, so she's just filling that
I
in.
was just using some spare that was on my finger. But yeah, I've decided that corking is one of my DIY skills.
Oh shit.
Although a professional could be watching me and going, she's doing a crap job of that. But I think I'm doing a brilliant job, so.
As long as it stays in.
As long as it stays in and as long as I'm happy with it. Then, but yeah, it looks okay. Just done down there. Did have to cut a piece of wood up and put a little piece of wood in. Just because the gap was too big. But seems to be okay. It's just a lot of faffing, to be honest. It's not a quick job, unfortunately.
The thing is that you don't really want to try and get it on the bricks because we've painted them, so it shouldn't soak in. It's obviously you want a nice tidy edge as possible.
Yeah, that's the bit that's time consuming, to be honest, is cleaning up the brick after you've put it on.
Oh, is that what that scratching noise is? When I can hear that? Yeah.
That is me just,
fettling it.
Yeah.
So,
Just slightly cleaning up.
how far are you going today? Until you get bored, or are you just going to do this bit?
I'm going to do down here.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's trying to find bits that I can do on my own, because there's some bits that I don't want to be up a ladder on my own. I'd rather do it like with you passing me stuff and helping out. So, do that tomorrow.
Are you going up the ladders tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh.
To be honest, it sounds, don't take this the wrong way, but I don't think this is a job you'd be very good at.
Probably not.
Because
I'm not gonna lie.
You're a rusher. So you'd be like, that'd be right. It needs a bit of
TLC.
Bit of precision.
Well, how about you just do down here today, and maybe a bit along the top bit.
I'll see what I can reach.
See what you can reach, and then tomorrow we'll get the ladders out. Yeah. And then when that's done, we'll start painting in the opposite corner of the house.
Yeah, it's one of those jobs, there's not much progress to show on camera really, unfortunately, but...
No, well, it doesn't help that I've been in bed all day, and also that you say it's quite...
Doesn't help when you've got slackers. I'm only joking.
I remember when we were ripping the kitchen out, and somebody else had a day off.
And I remember that someone else called me a slacker all day.
I don't think I did actually.
Shouted at me when I came down to try and help later on in the afternoon.
I shouted at you because I didn't want you to hurt yourself even further. We'll probably leave this video here today, and we'll probably catch up tomorrow.
Yeah, there's not really
when
much to say this afternoon, is there really?
No, when we've had a bit more progress and a bit more to say, and I'm back on my feet. So, yeah, we'll see you in the morning. So, good morning. It is Sunday, and we are continuing on with caulking these edges. I say we. I have been relegated Because Charlotte is the caulking master now.
My little piece of cork.
So now whenever I actually give my opinion, I'm interfering.
Stop being so threatened!
And then I get that kind of response.
I am listening and let you cut the wood. You were like, oh, let me cut the wood, I'll do a much better job, so I did. And you did. Shit.
Yeah, I'd put some glue on one side of it.
I'm not having this. I am not having an entire day of you sitting there backseat DIY and going, yeah, I won't have done it like that. I need another piece cutting. Come on, cut wench.
So we've come up with a bit of a compromise. What we're going to do is I'm going to cut the wood and pack it out the holes, and then Charlotte's going to caulk them. Although I did get in trouble for caulking the I did get in trouble for packing the first hole. Unnecessarily, I would say, though.
Said to you, don't get glue on the brick. So what do? The first time you put the first bit of wood in, smear it all over the brick. But to be fair,
You can't see it.
You did sort it out, so it's fine.
His whole demeanour changed. He said to Gina, "You're going to go home now, but you can't go through the same door you came in."
Hello peeps. I'm just having a little break. I've done, let me show you how much I've done so far. Zoom in. So yesterday I did up to that, oh, best not put my finger there, but up to the line that you can see across the plaster. And then this morning I've done up all of that, up to there. So now we've got the rest of the wall to do. You can see there's a big gap there. Tom's going to fill in. And then there's some really big gaps up at the top. So we're about a third of the way up. Yeah, so Tom's just cutting me some more wood up. Just having a measure while I have a little bit of a break. It's difficult standing, yeah, it's really difficult when you stood on the ladders for a while because your body is bracing against the ladders so much. So whereas yesterday it hurt my back not at all, I can only kind of stand on the ladders for maybe 20 minutes before it starts hurting. So. But it's alright, I don't mind being up the ladders. So Tom's just going to need me to stand on that, aren't you?
Probably.
Yeah, just give me a sec. Yeah, so Tom's just cutting some more wood up for me. And we'll crack on. So I thought I'd just quickly catch up with you. I think that's all there is to say at the moment.
So we're just having a quick cup of tea. We've done all the way up the side of the staircase. Now we just need to do the roof in the corner, a bit more down the side, and then we're just going to do the hall and we're going to be finished. So we can do some painting tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to have a quick brew and then get back on it. Are you sure you're alright?
Yeah, it's just a bit, bit scary.
Right, so we have finished for the day. We've both now been showered, a little bit cleaner, so I can try and show you the fruits of our labour. So it doesn't, what I was just saying, it doesn't look like much, even though it's taken us a day and a half to do. So just let me zoom in. So we've gone all the way up there, along there. There wasn't too much to do up there. And then down this side. Then all along there as well. So it means tomorrow it is ready for painting. It'll look so much better when it's painted.
It will.
It actually makes it look like we've made some solid progress. So yeah, now we're I'm gonna make some tea.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm starving.
A few drinks.
Yes.
Having roast chicken, so I best get on with it.
Yes.
Takes an hour and a half to cook.
So, shall we pick up again?
We'll catch up in the morning as we're painting.
Hello guys, it's Monday morning. Well, it's technically Monday midday by now. We had a rather slow start this morning, but we are back doing the painting in the hallway. So, let's put some lights on out here. Bit dark. Tom's down there. He's got started already on doing some painting. Difficulties with this is that we've only got one roller and one roller like tray. So I think probably what I will do is find another little container, put some paint in it, and I'll do the edging because I'm better at that than Tom anyway. Tom doesn't have enough patience for edging, do you, love?
No.
Tom prefers to roller. So yeah, that's what I think we're going to do. So
Yeah, when it comes to decorating, I'd rather pay somebody to do it, but I hate
it's a very snobby thing to say, darling.
No, because I hate painting.
Tom hates painting. I don't mind it. Well, I don't know if you'll have seen because I don't know what order the videos are going up in, but I painted the kitchen, the entirety of the kitchen. Tom did some of the roof, didn't you, love?
How dare you say you painted it all?
You did the bits of the roof, but I did all the walls.
We'll agree to disagree.
He hates it when he feels like I've done anything more than him.
You make it sound like I did nothing.
No, Tom was busy doing all the electricery. You were doing all of that.
Yeah, important shit.
It's not competition. Good. Anyway, now that you know, stop competing on who did the most work. Yeah, I'm probably not going to talk much because I know that we've already talked quite a bit already. So I'll set the GoPro up in a couple of places. You can see what we get on with, and I'll catch up with you in a few hours.
So it's 10 to 3, we've finished the first coat. Looks a bit shit, if I'm being honest, mainly because we've been painting onto fresh plaster, so the plaster just goes and sucks all the moisture out of the paint. So the second coat should be much better, because we really have to water it down, because you know that's going to happen. So you mix the paint up like 50-50 with water, and then so it goes a long way and it dries really quick. But like I say, the first coat always looks a bit guff. I can't really show you on the camera because it'll just look pretty white. It's quite dark as well. You can see it a bit, it's a bit patchy. But like I say, that's only because of the first... Yeah, that's better up there. It's only because of the first coat. Second coat will look a lot better. And Charlotte's got beers.
You have to have a beer after every coat. Here you go.
Thank you. So we're going to have these beers and then we're going to do the second coat. It's only taken us about an hour and a half.
Oh, it tastes so good. Yeah. Yeah.
So Should be finished in plenty of time.
Well, it'd be interesting to see how it looks after a second coat. It might need a third.
It might need a third, but we'll see. I'm hoping we don't need to do a third.
Well, I'm hoping we don't need to do a third. I'm not sure if we're going to paint to do a third coat.
We can always go back and get another tin. We only need a small tin.
Yeah. Hello guys, my hair's going on fluffy. So we've done the painting now. Yes.
Yeah.
Shall we show you what it looks like? I don't know if, yeah, you're bound to be able to tell the difference there to how it's looked in other videos. Looks all nice and white. Tom's just cleaned the hatch to the attic at the moment. It's still a bit yellow, is the paint, so we're going to just sand it lightly and put another coat of white paint on, but here we go. It's looking all nice and fresh. And then he's done all of that. Tom's done most of the roof, and then I've done some of the side. But I've basically done the edging and stuff, and Tom's done all of the main painting bits, haven't you, love?
Yes.
You alright?
I'm tired now.
Tired.
Running up and down all those ladders and some maniac wants to paint the bloody bathroom.
Yeah, so basically, we've got a little bit of paint left in the tub, so I've said to Tom, why don't we just use it on one of the walls in the bathroom? But I think Tom's got a good point actually, we can just pour it back into the tub because we've still got some paint left. So I think what we're going to do is, well, we are going to keep that and we can do the bathroom, but I don't think we need to do it tonight. And then the only other job is to put the light switches back on,
which I'm going to do now.
which is a 10-minute job. So whilst I clean up, Tom will put the light switches on. But I think that's where we'll leave this video for this week. We're going to get washed. We're going to go downstairs, going to crack open another beer. We have only had one. Yeah, we haven't just been necking beers since like 3 o'clock this afternoon. But yeah, we're going to get washed, going to have another beer. We're going to watch Game of Thrones. Even though someone has already seen it. Anyway, it helps me out because basically what happens is I say to Tom, tell me where the jump scares are. And he can tell me where all that kind of stuff happens, so it's good in a way, it's good. So yeah, we're gonna go and watch Game of Thrones, and we've got some chicken soup for dinner, so that's gonna be lovely as well. And yeah, so that's it in terms of where we're up to with the hallway. Hope you liked the video. This is a DIY weekend for us. Done.
What?
What are you doing?
I couldn't tell how much was in this.
Alright. Probably a litre, is it? Yeah, so that's it for now. Bye!
Ta-ra.
Hurrah.